Changing lives and building nations, cause all of us are great ones, and we just wanna see the light in you. We sing, oh, KitaShines. We sing, hey, KitaShines.
Hello, Shiners! So we are back here on the Shine Spot, and joining me is a very special guest. I am going to allow him to introduce himself very shortly. But I'll say the little I know of him and then he can add, right? So he is a husband to my friend. You would have seen her on the channel quite a few times. Colette's Kitchen. Yeah, you would have seen her. He's an electrician. I don't know if them call themselves one professional name, but he might tell us that. I know he's very skill-based, very hands-on, and he gets the job done. I know that about him. I know that he loves the Lord for sure. A very good dad, and he's an excellent teacher. I think one of the things I discovered was that he's good at math. I think I find people are not good at math because I'm so poor at it, but he's very good at it. And also, I believe that he really has a passion for young people and just to see people flourish and be their best, right? So those are some of the reasons he's on the channel. Come with us as we go a little further. You will learn some more about the great Lawrence Kirby. So my first question to you. Should this be a question? Yes, it is a question. Oh, and I know that we come from country, so I'm going to say that part.
Yeah, man, we're country people.
We're taking it from there. Tell us where you hail from and just briefly what your background was like growing up.
Manchester, Royal Flat for the persons who know Royal Flat. So, born and raised at Royal Flat. My mother and my mother's side of people, you said the matriarchal side, for all their lives, for the best of my knowledge, after they left Kingston, they stayed at Royal Flat. So my father now, he's from Naughty, in Spalding, for the persons who know Naughty, Santa
I don't
Hill.
know Naughty, but I was born in Spalding.
Oh, same thing. See, same thing that we have like a country thing.
Yes.
So if you're at Spalding Hospital, you can look at Spalding Hospital. Look across the hill. That's Naughty you're looking at there. So that's where my father is from.
Oh.
So my brother still lives there. That's
Okay.
my eldest brother, and my aunt, uncles, and they still live there.
Okay. As a boy growing up in the country, what were some of the things you enjoyed doing most?
No man, country the
You have a different
best.
old feature when you start talking
No
about
man,
country,
country. Right now, even tell Nadia, I say, look man, I still can't get used to Portmore. For some reason, I gotta go back to country. Well, she go watch this, so she go here. Right?
Yes.
No, country. Growing up in country, well, Mark here, everything wasn't easy, but you had peers that you can play with. Street football, street cricket. You play cricket in the cow pasture, and you try catch ball and lick down your grandfather banana, and you have to try catch it up because if you find out, hell and powder house, you're just dead. Yeah, so it is good. When apple time, you play apple war, you climb tree, you play apple war.
You used to make the gun stop, no?
Yes, man,
The
pop
pop
shot.
gun, yeah,
Yes,
that's-
man, make pop shot. You use your young bamboo make pop shot, or sometimes you cut off the umbrella stick and you make pop shot.
Yeah. I
and
know
stuff
that
like
one.
Yeah, man, you make your own gig. Yeah, you cut guava stick or cut down guava tree, and then before my little cousins were a part of the pack, it was just three of us mainly, and I would be the youngest one. So, they cut down the tree, and then I have to give them my food. Because I tell my grandfather, say, me cut it down. And them bigger than me, I'm afraid of them. So they will cut down the tree, and then then threaten to cut down the tree. And then my grandfather, they have this lovely gooseberry tree, look like him watch it from him plant it, and then my big cousin go cut it down.
Whoa, so we see that. If you are from what we call country area in Jamaica, tell us. And you can tell us some of your fond memories growing up there. Because for me personally, I appreciated it.
Yeah, man, country nice, man. And we find out we normally go, like, we used to go Belfield High School.
Yeah.
And that was a shift school. Yeah. So when we're on morning shift now, morning shift tends to be the worst. Why I say it's the worst because you know you have whole heap of goat you have to go tie out.
Wow.
You have enough cow. Cause grandfather they have some cows, probably 5, 6 cow, and then goat for kill, and then you have to go feed pig. You have to go feed command fowl. Then you have over 100 pair of pigeon where you have to go feed. You have to go do that and you can't reach your school later. No.
No.
That's 7 o'clock school
That's what,
start.
oh God. So you wake up from about 4.
Sometimes you don't even know what time you wake up. You know?
You just know you have to get the
You
job
just know
done.
you have to get up and get it done. Right? And for me, it's easier when you have to go tie out the cow. The worst part is when grandfather tell us you have to go cut feed and feed cow. So you know, so you have to go walk down a bush, you cut feed and feed cow, and by the time you come with the next batch of feed and the cow eat off the first set.
Yo, wanna know about hard life? Like, did you just process what you said?
Yeah man, so that was it. So so you find out that you learn responsibilities very early. You have to figure out ways how to do it because you still have to reach school on time.
Wow,
Right?
wow.
But apart of that, one other thing that my that came through growing up in the country, especially with my grandparents, is that you learn to give. You learn to give because what you'll find out is that even though they farm and they would sell off the produce, everything was not sold.
Yes.
You had to give, and my grandfather used to milk the cow every morning. Before we, as the grandkids, get used to and learn how to do it, we had to milk the sheep, and then now you have to carry some milk, go give Aunt Icy up the hill. You have to go give Brother Shaw way up one further hill some milk, and you have to go carry some egg go up at infirmary because where we were, I could stay from there and see the infirmary. So you have to carry some. So you learn to give, you learn kindness, you learn community, you learn how to take care of the elders, you learn those things because it was done to you. You had to be a part of the process. So yes, it had its challenges, but it was good.
The question I'm going to ask here, or perhaps I was going to ask it closer to the end, but based on all that you would have shared, reflecting on the generation we are at now, do you think that they will ever understand that great sense of responsibility that we would have had?
I think in some sense they probably get it a lot later when they're in their 20s when they realize that they don't have a choice. Because whenever I go back to country and my little cousins might be there and the sense of responsibility that we had, I don't see that. So I guess it's a difference in generation. Much better than some of the other persons that I've seen though. But I think you get a sense of responsibility from very early. You don't have a choice. I had to start washing my clothes very
Do
early.
you think that was abuse though? Like just doing these things so early, so many things.
That's an
Like,
interesting
I
question.
really want to know.
That's an interesting question. Thinking back on it, sometimes probably the result or the repercussions of not doing it or the disciplinary means of not doing it. Sometimes it was pretty rough. So in that sense, probably. But in terms of getting a hold of the responsibility, I think it makes me what I am today. So I wouldn't call that abuse.
Right.
What I find out, especially being in the classroom at Hartrust with
Oh wait, you're going too fast. Hold on. Hold on. Hey. We're gonna go back. We heard that you went to Belfield High. Is Belfield, is it right?
yes man, Belfield
Belfield,
High.
all right. Did you participate in any activity? I think your wife told me that you were an athlete or you're good at running or something. What was your high school life like?
High school. Yes, I did athletics. Wasn't a sprinter, but I run for days. Yeah, man. So it's distant running.
Distant.
Yeah, man. So pen relays, several pen relays, champs, character trials. Did several of that. Did Gibson McCook relays. Think about the track meets. So I've done my fair share of running, and it's always distance. The
So why
short.
didn't you do it professionally?
Well, what happened is that I was actually on a scholarship, but had an accident and damaged both knees and a lower back.
Oh wow. Sorry.
And then that kind of
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
You know?
yeah, yeah, I
So,
understand. Oh,
but
sad
it's
to
something
hear
that I
that.
love. 1500 meter is my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your favorite sport though? Is it athletic or you are involved
No,
in?
cricket and cricket and athletics.
Hmm.
I was never football wasn't my you know,
Yeah.
but cricket was always there and athletics. And where
Okay.
cricket is concerned, I I was an all rounder, so I could spin the ball with both hands,
Oh.
and I could bat, I could field, I could keep the wicket.
Oh.
So that was my thing. But I at high school I realized that track and field was also one of them, and then I think it was at a sport day. My coach saw me and said, "Okay, fine, I want to see you September," and that was it. As they would say, the rest is
History.
history.
Okay. So that's high school. All right. We're gonna go quickly because when his wife is telling me the story about how they met, she like to talk about UTech. You understand? So I just know he went to UTech. So tell us about college life. How was it transitioning from high school to university? Did you pursue what you really wanted?
No, but before I reach
Okay.
there, for me, after leaving high school, you know, you leave high school with one bag of subject. Sometimes I don't remember how much of them. Yeah, and I got a work at a supermarket, and after 2 weeks, I left that job.
Oh.
Then I got a work as an assistant to a JPS contractor, Willox
Oh.
and Associates.
Mm.
So we used to go around do electrical work, post line work and so on and so forth. And then I start working at the tax office. I did that for some time, I think about 3.5 years, and I think in my third year at the tax office, my electrical teacher saw me on Mandeville Town and cussed me out, dog, stone rotten,
Oh.
me at on Croft.
Oh.
Yeah man, Mr. Clark, big up Mr. Clark, Mr. Stephen
Mr.
Clark.
Clark, so like
Yeah,
me.
jeez, peas of shame. Yeah man, Mr. Clark cussed me out, dog, stone rotten, and for I don't know why. Find me laughing off the first time, and it's like, we go see the man the next week. You not sign up yet?
Wow.
No, I can't even tell you what Mr. Clark tell me.
No, not tell me.
Yeah,
We
Mr.
can
Clark.
imagine though.
As neither that's Mr. Clark. Dog me up wickedly, man. So I applied to UTech for what I really wanted to do was engineering. That never worked out. Financially, it never worked out. So I had
Okay.
to do the next best, which is tech ed. Never really liked the whole education thing. So the idea there was, okay, fine, you could major in electrical still, and then at least you'd start do some work in your area, and then you can transition into engineering.
Okay.
So that was the idea behind it. But in terms of the education side of it, I think probably my maths teacher at high school probably that set me up. And I tell you why, because whenever she had to leave her younger class, like grade 8, grade 9, she'd ask if I could stay in the class, and so I'd run off the class. So I do maths from, yeah, so I'd run off the class when the other, but think about it, she said she'd have set me up and I would have think about it. Yeah, well, big up Miss Booth.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So then you went to UTech and decided to do tech ed, majoring in electrical
Yes.
engineering, or is just
Electrical technology.
electrical technology? All right. Being at UTech, can you share what were some of your most memorable moments, and if you had any hardships?
No man, at UTech was very challenging. I remember because I was the one that sent myself through to college.
Oh.
So I really never had any support of such. I remember when I started UTech, I had what, about 40 grand. After the first term.
So you lived on campus?
No, I was living with a cousin.
Okay.
But I had to find everything for myself, and you still have to pay bills and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I was living in Duane Park, and UTech,
Yes.
all the way to Papine. There are times I had to walk from Papine to Duane Park, and
Where you say?
Yeah, man.
Where you say? That sound like when Paul Boko
no, man, I just saw the thing
from
set up.
Moran being the Spanish town in my head. That's how we calculated.
No man, I just
You
want
walk from where?
No, but I had to walk from Royal Flat to Belfield many times to school. And from Royal Flat to Belfield is, for the persons who know that this distance there, a couple miles, a
You
good look
want to know
walk.
about ad life, guys?
A good look walk. Yeah. And there are times when I'm at UTech and I walk from Papine, reach at Duane Park, and the only thing I have is a couple of hot water. I have to just bounce that on, so I just set up.
No, I legit, guys, I'm legit gonna have to find out the distance from UTech to Duhaney Park and insert the time right here so when we're editing. Because it's not, it's a long space, it's a long stretch.
Oh, but the thing is, you know, my thing was that I'm not going back to country without my degree. It might be in education, and it
But,
might be not my preference,
yes.
but as my granny encouraged me, he said, whatever you agree to do, whatever you start out do, give it your all. As long as you just commit yourself to it. And that's what I did. I committed myself to it. And so I was at Duane Park for 2.5 years when I was in my third year, second semester. My cousin told me that I had to leave.
Oh.
And guess what? You know I have nowhere to go. So I remember when I came home the Thursday evening, I got the call. For the persons who know UTech, I was over by a computer science building there. I don't remember which class I was doing there, but I got the call. When I got home the Thursday evening, everything was all over. My things that were was in the garbage heap. I couldn't take my
You guys
computer
had a
with me.
fallout.
No, well, unless it's a fallout that I don't know about.
Oh.
I just got that and that was it. So when I got home, pack up my books because I had a lot of books. I couldn't carry all of them. So my suitcase in one hand, backpack on the other, some book under there.
Wow.
Walking out of the yard.
Wow. Wow. No, like,
In doing any part, don't know what to do.
Wow. So what did you do?
Well, thank God for Lydia.
Oh.
Because she called.
Yeah. Also by this time when you're in love already.
Well, what happened at that time, we never so far down the Love Street yet.
Yeah.
But she, for some reason, she called, and her parents, and I don't know what them do, and whatever call them make and whatever them do, but they made some arrangement for me for that night.
Wow.
Right, and and from there, the arrangements that they made helped me out, and I probably just. In my idea, I say, I can't think about this tonight. I just go wait until the ATM machine and then I just go bounce in there for the night, and just, in the morning, me think about it. Too tired to think about that. Yeah.
Whoa. So that's UTech now. I know I will talk about love and marriage a little down, just to cover where you met your wife and all. But having left UTech, you started talking about your place of work. Tell us a little. You left UTech, where you're currently at. Did you start there, or was it your second job?
No, after leaving UTech, where I'm at now would have been my third job.
Okay.
So I was at Guysdale High School for about 6 months.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was at Guysdale High School for about 6 months. Doing my thing, only to be told. I started there the January. The June, the principal told me that
The service is no longer
my
needed.
service is no longer needed.
Okay.
For no apparent. To this day, I haven't gotten a reason as to why my service is no longer needed.
Okay.
But my service is no longer needed.
Yes. Right.
Yeah. So I saw an ad in the classified. Immaculate wanted some math teachers.
Okay.
So I applied, got that job, and I remember church had picnic, so it was about the 1st of August. I went to Immaculate, did the interview and stuff like that, and about 1st of August, somewhere around that time, I got a call from the same principal that said my service is no longer needed to say, okay, fine, can we talk terms and conditions? I'm saying.
So your service no longer needed, but no them caliber.
So my thing is that I figured more or less that, and this is just my thing, probably not no so. But I went to Immaculate, did the interview, and obviously they might call you to find out if they
Oh,
may.
yes, yes.
So that's my thinking. Probably
Yeah.
not no so.
Right, but
yeah,
you
but
think.
that's my thinking.
Okay.
But
So that after Immaculate, no. How long you stayed at Immaculate?
so I taught math and technical drawing at Immaculate for 1 year.
Okay.
That was a temporary position.
Oh.
And so the contract actually was up the April. But sister, big up yourself, sister. Sister kept me on
Yeah?
and find duties for me to do and pay me the same salary.
Wow.
Yeah man, sister, big up yourself. Yeah man, so sister kept me and was paying me. After Immaculate,
Yes.
got through with the job at Entire, which is National Tool and Engineering Institute, which is a part of the engineering arm for High Trust.
Right.
So I've been there since.
Oh,
So that's
how many
2012. I think we did it too long now.
I know that feeling. The time will go. I know that feeling. I know that feeling. So all right. So there, you at Entire you teach electrical.
The only thing I don't teach at NTI within the electrical courses is the communication.
Communication.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Uh,
No.
People who are usually so mathematically inclined, they can't bother with all the reading and English stuff. Okay. All right. So, Entai is there, but what would you say would be your dream job if you were to have one?
If I was supposed to have a dream job, it would be in a lab
Wow.
making things.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What kind of things?
Coming up with formulas,
You
making
come up with
electronics. No, you know, and I think my electronic lecturer had probably the same expectation, because when I went to him and he was asking me, so what are you doing now? At the time I was working at Immaculate, so I'm saying to him that I'm teaching math at Immaculate. Man, so what are you doing? No man, you should be building circuits and stuff because you're good at it, and I love it. I love building things and making things or fixing things and sometimes you might come up with some weird ideas and you try to I've been doing that for probably I was 12, trying to make my first fuse, and I leave a couple knife in my grandmother TV because I try fix. So it's there. It's something that has been there for a long time, and you just work it. So if I'm in terms of a dream job in a lab, tinkering, fixing, experimenting.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Lord, only if you could make that dream come true for you.
Amen.
Yes. All right. So we're moving now a little into the mushy part of life. So we want to talk little mush. One of the things, Shiners, I wanted to pay attention to is his role as a dad. One of the reasons I admire Lawrence is because of how I see him in the space with his children, right? It's not like I don't see him with his wife and other people, but there's just always something that you can use to, I'd say, judge a person based on how they treat children. There is something special that we will talk about, especially concerning his children. But wait, let us talk about his wife first. How did you meet Nydia, and what would you say to persons who are desirous of getting married?
How did I meet Nydia? We met at UTech, and she wore me a blouse.
A blouse? You should wear the blouse, or you wore a blouse?
She wore me the blouse because she sure it.
Oh.
She wore me the blouse. Yeah, baby. Whole world knows I wore me a blouse.
Tell me the blouse story, please.
So she was at first year, second semester. I was at second year, second semester. Yeah.
Oh, so you were in the same year?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. We're a year apart.
Okay.
So if she was at first year, I was at second year.
Okay.
But we did the same thing, same
Okay.
electrical. And to kind of cut a long story short, she came in the lab one one afternoon. My class was leaving, and her class was supposed to assume the space.
Okay.
And when she came in the lab, she's always vibrant. She's beautiful smile, dressed nice, and very modest. Pretty opinionated too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But when she came in the lab, yeah, she was at the lecturer's desk. I think it was Mr. Nunes' class. I don't remember. I think it was his class. And I looked straight at her, and for some reason her eyes make for her, and I did this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man,
The
bright.
boy
I only played it and I booked it up. And she bite the bait. She came.
Yes.
When she came, I looked at her blouse. And on her blouse, she read what was on it. Call me when you have a life.
Oh.
So when she read it, I said to her, I guess I have a life.
Yee, good one.
Still have a life to this day.
Yes. Oh, that's a good one. So when she threw the blouse for?
I tell her somebody want my grandpa to them see it. You know?
Yeah. Oh, so never nothing to the blouse, but you wanted it to be a legacy because that's how it started. I get it.
Exactly.
You uttered that.
Me don't want to
You
frame
throw away
it.
the blouse. It should.
Yeah.
I
You don't want to
understand.
frame
I
it.
get it now. I get it. I get it. So she came and then what happened now?
So in terms of that, so we started talking and stuff like that. I didn't know that other persons were looking on because there you take so hot like the rest of guys. My pretty shirt and my blue polka with one red piping going on it and jeans that when I look so hot. And, yeah, you never really saw 100, but everybody from your cohort would know you because they know that, okay, fine. You might not dress so 100 enough, but you know him, I do.
Yes.
So she had need of some help, and they say, okay, find the best person to check right now, Kirby.
Yes.
So that helped me out. So I tell say I want to play, man. But the brain did it.
Yes.
So that
she
helped me out.
had to come to you.
Praise Jesus, man. so that helped me out somewhat. And then we started to build a bond. So we started to waiting for each other. She had drama, beautiful actor.
Yes.
Yeah, man. So she had drama, so I'd wait for her. And if I have any late classes, she would wait for me. And then,
but you'd be going in the same direction.
Yes, because she would be at Washington Gardens and I'd be at Duane Park. So just the community across the road. And I wasn't the guy that really talked much. And how I know that she talks a lot, she have me talking for Papi in Washington Gardens. And when I said good night to her, that I'm saying, God, you surprise yourself.
She pull out the words, man.
Yeah, man. She still does that to this day.
Yes,
she still does that because and she knows how to do it.
Yes.
She knows how to do it, and so she's the explanation behind the numbers. So I'll bring the numbers and she'll talk it out.
Right. And then from there, how long you dated for or courted before marriage?
Before marriage was 4 years.
Okay. You finish off college good and so.
Yeah, but you have to know that she didn't want to marry before we left college.
Oh,
said,
she
no.
love. But she in church. When you're in church, you have them skin.
We did in a church too, you know.
Oh,
but
yes, that's true.
we
You would
have
have to because she could have got married, yeah?
But you know, so she not even gonna look my side.
Yes.
Never did
She could have gone do that.
She not even gonna look my
she
side.
just know. Yes.
Yeah, so we been friends for 4 years before, and we met her parents, visited for different occasions like Christmas or when I'm passing by to go to Duane Park, we'll stop by, stop at her gate and we'll chat a little bit, and so on and so forth. So, and I happened to meet other, like her sister, and other family members and stuff like that. So it was good. It was good. That's good. Of course. And so you get to find out more things. Some of the things that she likes, like she's a stickler for time. I'm still not get the time thing there so 100 yet.
She is.
And after after 11 years this year of
Yeah.
marriage and
Whoa.
4 years of
Happy
friendship,
anniversary. That's soon.
you still not get this time thing
Yes.
together. And I have to go work on it still.
She
We see
is
that.
like disclaimer, guys, from a friendship. If you tell her at 5,
At
she
5.
are reached before 5.
Yeah, yeah, and the 5 o'clock come and you know the day now she
Yeah,
start getting
and
miserable.
she is
Yeah.
a stickler for time,
Yeah,
for
man.
real. And details too. Details.
Yeah, yeah, man. She's good at that. She's good at. She's
Yeah.
she's great support, my harshest critic,
Yeah.
and extremely good support.
Yeah.
If I don't get support from nobody else, me good.
Yeah.
Because
She
when
all
she
go
said she
video.
did it, she did it.
That? Yeah, that
Yeah.
is true. Big up yourself. So tell one no look how you propose and stuff.
Ah, gee, you want to know? So even the other day she had tell me say the proposal they never saw 100.
You can't imagine her instead of that she live in a one fairy tale right now, guys. As a Sierra princess.
Yes, man. No, for her,
Yeah.
because she's so detailed,
Yes.
she wants to know everything.
Right.
So if I want to get her, if I want to surprise her, I have to do something to piss her off.
Right.
By doing that, she lose track of
Everything.
everything. And she just zoom into this
Right.
for me, and then fine. So I figured out, oh Jesus, man, I put myself in that trouble enough. So, of course, when school is on holiday, I'm going back to country. Yeah, so the country on Super Plus Center for the persons who know Mandeville.
Yeah.
I don't know if the jewelry store is still there. Went in there and because I had plans to propose, and of course, she's so. I say, look, man, if you're not gonna marry me within 6 months, you know, but propose to me.
Because she's not a long stretch.
She not no long stretch out, nothing.
Yes.
Yeah.
yes.
And we spoke about getting married.
Yes.
Yeah. And prior to me started working, we spoke about that, and my thing is that I'm not going to take up that kind of responsibility without the necessaries and not being able to fulfill my obligations.
Right.
Because as she would say, as you probably may have said it to you,
Yeah.
I would say to her, I don't want to be like my father.
Yes.
I don't. So I'm not going to take up certain obligations without having some things in place to fulfill my responsibilities.
Yeah.
So provided I started working, spoke about getting married, and it, we started in more detail when I started working at Immaculate.
Yes. Oh yeah.
And when I was working at Guys Hill, she was at final year. So say, when I got married and you're still in school. No. Focus on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.